Okay, so one of the questions I had was, what was the reason behind the solar panels in the business? What was...
We got wind that the Chevron company does projects like this, where they come into your community and they take a look at all of your assets that you have as a city or as a community, and they find ways to become more efficient, to increase the ability to use what you have here, become more sustainable, kind of all of those key words that you hear when talking about energy efficiency. And so when the Chevron company came and said, hey, we think we can help you out, we wanted to look into it. And one of the big components, just because we're very flat here in Patterson and we have a lot of open space, was the ability to put solar panels out there because we can get a good direction with the sun. And so that was one of the key components of our project.
Another question was, were there any projected savings in terms of money in using solar panels instead of using electrical energy?
Well, since the project itself was put into place to become more sustainable, the obvious goal was to realize those savings. From an actual specific dollar amount, I don't think we know exactly what it's going to be. I know the project should pay for itself. I think our return is 9 years. So after 9 years, all the money that went into the project will have received that back in savings. And then anything we recognize from that point moving forward is gravy.
Have these savings been passed on to your customers to keep the costs low? So
Inadvertently, yes. We don't actually, as far as the electricity goes, that's maintained by TID, so they're a separate utility company. What it does do is it just keeps our cost as a city. It keeps our costs lower, and so anything that would maybe come into the city to subsidize those costs, taxes, different things like that, we haven't had to increase any of those or raise any of those in order to keep things running or keep the lights turned on.
Were there any environmental factors that assisted you in choosing solar panels over electricity?
I think just the overall view that if you can use solar panels, it's going to be better for the environment. I wouldn't say there was one specific environmental reason why we said, let's use solar panels here. In the big scope of the project, it seemed like the no-brainer to go with solar panels because, again, we have the area to put them in. They're very efficient. They'll give us the return that we need on them. And so as far as one environmental reason why we chose to go with solar panels versus electricity, I don't think there's one specific. Just as a whole, it's a good option for us, and it was a good option for this project.
What's the life expectancy of these solar panels?
The,
to be replaced?
The ones we put in, I think, have a 20-year life expectancy.
And then after that, they'd have to be replaced?
They may need to be replaced. So I think I'd have to go back and look at all our warranty documentation that we got at the end of the project. But I think they have a 20-year life on them, and like I said, the payback is 9 years. So even if we just get the 9 years out of them, they paid for themselves. But the goal is to get the max life, and that's the 20-year term.
Have you had any complications with these solar panels?
Not yet. So far, we've had the project up and running for a couple of months now. I think we finalized that job back in October of 2013. So that's when the project became final. That's when it got online, started generating energy. And since that point, we have not. So we've had good luck and a good go at things and move in the right direction.
Would you recommend any of to use solar panels, solar energy to any other businesses here in town?
I would. There's the way solar panels work with a lot of the utility companies is it was a tiered structure by the state to where if you put solar on your house or on your business, you got so much of a rebate, and that rebate went down as more people did it. So if you were the first one to do it, which is when it may have cost you more money to do it, you got a better deal from the utility company. So as long as from a mathematical standpoint, that business or that homeowner, if they can afford to do it and the dollars and cents make sense to them, then I would definitely recommend it. You know, the goal of solar panels is to make your meter go backwards, and you know that saves people money. So if you can do it and afford it, I think it's a great option.
Those were all my questions. Thank you, Curtis. I appreciate your time.
No problem, man. If I can do anything else, just give me a buzz. Let me know.
Okay, thank you.